The NBCProBasketballTalk season previews will ask the questions each of the 30 NBA teams must answer to make their season a success. We are looking at one team a day until the start of the season, and it begins with a look back at the team's off-season moves. Last season 52-30 lost to the Golden State Warriors in the first round. I know what you did last summer, most notably, lost a free agent bid to keep Gordon Hayward. Drafted Tony Bradley and Donovan Mitchell. Signed Jonas Jerebko, Royce O'Neal, Thabo Sefolosha, and Ekbuto. Resigned Joe Ingles. 3 questions the Jazz must answer. 1. Can the offense be effective? Last season's team was based off of the third best defense in the NBA. It's no secret that the key to success in Utah, and indeed the NBA, is to have a strong unit on that end of the floor. But they were also the slowest team in terms of pace last season, and were 12th in offensive efficiency. That number is potentially set to dip after Gordon Hayward made his exit to Boston to join the Celtics. A number of young players must step up for the squad, as well as some newcomers. Ricky Rubio knows how to run an offense and get players to be their best on the offensive side of the floor. He is certainly going to make things exciting, and that is the hope in Utah. We also have a healthy Alec Burks to look forward to, hopefully, and a wide-open berth for Rodney Hood. Add in a dash of power from Derek Favors and some wing depth from Thabo Sefolosha, and there are new roles abound. This will really be a test for head coach Quinn Snyder, who has to work in major new faces like Rubio, and will need to see if he can juice things up a little bit next year with less proven players. Point 2. Can the young guys step into their new roles? I know we have heard this before when it comes to Utah, but this season more than ever will need to be a big one for Burks with Hayward absent. I tend to be more skeptical in any case, and no doubt Utah fans are as well, when it comes to the if-injured guard. Perhaps more important, it is Hood that will need to be less of a streaky scorer and more of a consistent offensive weapon for the Jazz. The hole left on offense by Hayward for Hood will be considerable, even as he has help from Sefolosha, Rubio, and Dante Exum on the wing. Exum is an interesting case here as well, as he has been sidelined for a significant portion of the time with this squad due to injury. Exum had a lot of hype coming into his rookie season, and now heading into his 4th he will need to be much better lest he force his team into a tight spot. Point 3. Is this still a playoff team? This seems broad, but it is perhaps the most interesting question to ask about the Jazz. Yes, they have a perennial DPOY candidate as their highest paid player in Rudy Gobert. They also have a league favorite in Rubio at point guard, a young scorer in Hood, potential in Burks, bench scoring and rebounding in Favors, and a league pass jewel in Ingles. For as difficult as it will be to replace the production of Hayward from a basketball standpoint, this isn't a team that has been completely blown apart. They lost their star, which seems more common in today's NBA. But they didn't lose the structure around him, and in fact they have been growing their minor league type guys for seasons on end. They are perhaps one of the only teams in the NBA who are semi-prepared to lose a star like Hayward. But again, this is mostly from a roster perspective. We still have to wonder whether the offense can be efficient and consistent on a nightly basis, and whether the new parts will fit together with the old ones. I like a lot of the things the Jazz did this summer, and it still goes to say they could be a playoff team this season. If anything, at least they should be fun to watch on defense.